Okay, a little bit more on integration from my perspective and how what I'm trying to get at the point I'm trying to make in that post, in that quote. Um, okay, so if someone irritates you, if someone or something irritates you, it is a red flag to warn you that there's something that you're feeling insecure about or something surrounding past trauma. You know, so for example, with integration, I may or may not be offended by the word faggot. You could call me a faggot. You can say I'm a fag, whatever. I may or may not be offended by it. If I were, the first thing to realize is that it's not the word that's offending me, it's the energy behind it. It's the intention behind it, you know? So when you call somebody a faggot, what are you saying? They basically mean that they're calling you a pussy. And when more often than not, with the masculinity consciousness that has been throughout the planet for like how many thousands of years, being a pussy means that you are showing emotion, and that means that it's weak. Showing emotion is not weak. That's bullshit. Right. So the energy behind the word is of a rejection of femininity. It's a rejection of feminine energy. So if I were to be offended by the word faggot, if someone called me that, a fag, that means I am agreeing with the rejection of femininity, which means I agree with the closed-minded belief that feminine energy within a man is bad or wrong. Within a man, whether he likes dick or likes pussy or likes both. It doesn't matter his sexuality. A man can be called a faggot. So where am I going? If I'm agreeing with that, then I'm getting triggered. I'm getting, triggered by this. If I embrace my femininity, if I accept my femininity as a part of myself, then, and as a good thing, as something that makes me powerful, whether you call me a faggot or a fag doesn't matter, because I have integrated my femininity. I have integrated what I'm deeming bad as a part of myself, and that's good. Anybody can do this. You can do this to the point of where somebody calls you a fag or a faggot, and you're like, oh my God, thank you. Whatever it is, whatever you get triggered by from a person, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be faggot. It can be anything that you get triggered by. Acknowledge what's coming up, see what's coming up, see what the reaction is, see why it's there. More often than not, it's because of an insecurity, right? And that's a good thing, because then you can then realize that insecurity stems off of my adopting the belief, a negative belief about myself, that's really an opinion, so I don't have to adopt that opinion, I don't have to believe that that's true, and I don't have to accept that as an insecurity anymore. I can rewrite that, that also comes with, higher perspective, which that's another video coming. Anyway, that is my interpretation and more of a detailed explanation of what integration is. Leave your comments. Love you. Bye.